This is the Unapologetic mic, where unspoken words finally find a voice. No scripts, no filters, no judgment. Speak your truth, own your story.
Dear Big Bro, I am hiding, tucked away in the pantry, sitting on a sack of rice, because if one more person tells me pole sana while looking at me with those beating eyes, I feel like I might actually lose my mind. The compound is full of people. It has only been 3 days since the accident, but it feels like a lifetime has passed inside my chest. There are tents everywhere. Those blue and white plastic roofs have turned our home into a waiting room for your burial. I can hear the committee in the living room going back and forth about the budget, the transport, and what they're calling a proper send-off for you. They're talking about you like you're a project, like you're something to be organized and completed. They're discussing the program and the tributes, but nobody is talking about the way you used to hum when you're fixing the kitchen sink, or how you will laugh at your own jokes before anyone else even understood them. I am so angry at the noise. I am angry at the way everyone is eating. I keep watching them chew chapati and sip tea like nothing has happened. Like the world has not just split open right in the middle of our lives. I want to ask them how they are managing to eat like that. I keep looking at the gate. Every time a car pulls up, my heart does this painful hopeful jump. For a second, I believe it might be you, that you'll walk in and laugh at all of this and tell everyone to go home, that there has been some terrible mistake, but the gate stays open and you never walk through it. You are coming home to us. That is the part that refuses to settle in my mind. You are on your way here. It was just a normal visit. Nothing about the journey was supposed to end like this. I keep wondering what you are thinking about on the way. I was so excited for the shopping you always carried because I knew there was always something special for your only sister. We did not even hear the news about the accident from someone who knew us. It came to us through a post on social media. Just a passing report about an accident somewhere along the road. I don't even know why I opened it. Maybe something in me already knew. When I saw your number plate, I felt my whole body go cold. I wish I could go back to the moment before I saw it, because everything after that has not felt real. I have been watching our younger brother, and sometimes I have to look away because the pain in his eyes is too much to hold. He's trying so hard to be strong, to stand like the man of the house, because that is what everyone keeps calling him now. But I can see it's crushing him. He already lost Dad 7 years ago, and now he has lost you. I don't know how to comfort him when I'm also searching for something to hold on to. Mom has not slept. She just sits on her low stool, rocking back and forth, holding your wedding photo like it's the only thing keeping her here. When people ask her questions about the funeral, she just looks at them like she's seeing through them. She seems like she's somewhere far away, somewhere we cannot reach. I am not ready for Saturday. I am not ready to see you lowered into that red, dusty earth while the choir sings songs that sound like heartbreak. And I am especially not ready to see your wife standing there, trying to hold herself together, with your girls close to her. They adore you. You are their whole world. I keep thinking about their little faces, trying to understand why their father is not coming back, and it terrifies me. I need you, big bro. I need you to tell me how to do this. I do not know how to stand in a world where you do not exist. You do not exist in. I don't know how to get through a Saturday that ends with you being covered by the earth. I don't know how to face everyone and tell them everything will be okay when I cannot even see the light myself. I love you and I miss you already. This letter, it's so real, and I can feel the pain in the person who wrote this letter, and I can also feel the grief in the letter from the words that they have written, and it's kind of similar to what happened to me. I lost my big sister and her husband on December, and my sister was called Inaan Umbui. She was my eldest sister, and having a sister, I knew like for the rest of my life I'm covered, because for me, our parents raised us in a way where, like, for example, my dad used to tell us, your sibling is your ride or die. In case of anything, you should always reach out to your sibling. If your sibling is down, if your sibling is not feeling okay, if your sibling is happy, that's your ride or die. And we grew up so close, me and my sister and my brother. And my sister, from a very young age, she stepped up, like to be a mom to me and my brother. And we always looked up to her. And I remember when I was little, me being the second born, second borns are naughty. We don't like to listen to anything. And I remember I was very, 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 very naughty. And so my parents decided, you know what, I'll take Quinn to the school that the sister schools in. And so it was a boarding school. I think I was in class 5. And so I went to the school where my sister is. And I remember when she saw me and she asked my dad, umeleta Quinn huku? Umenipatia sasa responsibility ya kumchunga? She's naughty. And my dad was like, no, she won't misbehave. She's going to be a good girl. And since then, my sister has always taken care of me. And I've really appreciated that. We grew up so closely. We became best friends. We used to tell each other like everything. From when she finished primary school, she joined high school, went to university. Like, she was my biggest cheerleader and I was her biggest cheerleader. And my relationship with my sister is something that everyone who knew us, they really admired our relationship. And so after my sister finished university, I remember she was looking for a job, and she was supposed to go work somewhere, but I can't remember. So it was on 31st of December, and I was looking for somewhere where I can go, like celebrate, New Year's and everything. And my friend called me and she asked me, hey, Quinn, where are you? And I told her, I'm just at home with my friends. And she was like, hey, can you come? There was this club which used to be called Whiskey Rivers. And so I told her, okay. So she invited me there. And so we went. So my friend was with her brother. And so the brother, we were talking with the brother, and the brother told me, hey, I asked the brother, what are you doing? He told me, I'm studying because I'm going to be an architect, blah, blah, blah. And so, I was listening because I knew him because of the relationship with my friend. So I asked him, and do you have a girlfriend? He told me, no, at the moment, but I'm looking for a wife. Then I told him, oh, okay, because I have a very beautiful sister that I think you will be interested in. And so he told me, okay, just give me the number. At that time we were so drunk. So I just gave him my sister's number. And so I texted my sister and I told her, I know you're not at home, but I need you to come home right now because I got you a husband. So my sister was in Nakuru. So on the morning of first, my sister texted me and told me, there is this guy who has just texted me and his name is Sam. And I told her, oh yeah, that's your husband. Come home. And so on second, my sister came home. On 3rd of January, they met, and everything happened so quick. On February, my brother-in-law met my parents, and so from there on, so we started like planning. Is it called Komenya Moshi? Yeah, that, and it happened so fast. Yeah, so they fell in love and they really loved each other. And from their love, they got a very handsome baby boy. His name is Jivan. And that's how my sister and the husband met. And I remember telling my brother-in-law, now, my sister is a very soft-spoken girl and I'm the loud one. So you better take care of her, because I don't entertain nonsense. So don't hurt my sister. And he was like, no, I can't hurt your sister and blah, blah, blah. And their love was something that everyone admired because, some people are saying it was rushed, but for them, it was something that it was meant to be. And years passed, their marriage still stood strong, and my sister got a child. They continued with their marriage, and so I remember last year from let's say early last year, like January, February, my brother, I recommended my brother-in-law for a job. And I remember my sister telling me, Quinn, things are not going well. She was going through something, and for me, I like to always stand up for my sister. And my sister was not okay. There was something that was really disturbing her. And I remember her calling me and telling me, Queen, I am not okay. I am not okay. And I told her, and I told her that everything will be okay, because she had gotten into some kind of trouble. And I told her, you know what, you just put the blame on me, and I know what I'll do from there on. So on December 11th, 2025, I remember her calling me. We used to talk like each and every day. And I remember her calling me, and we talked for like over 2 hours. And I remember us talking about Betty Bayo. And she was like, oh my God, Sisi, I don't know what I will do if I left this earth, yeah? And I've left my kids so young. And I remember jokingly telling her, but Amboy, I'm always there. And she told me, you better be, because if anything happens, don't let Sam remarry. And I was like, I won't let her remarry. And so the last words we said on that call was, I love you, sis. And she told me, I love you too, my sister. And so it came on December 12th. I woke up with a very, 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 very bad mood. And I remember my sister had told me the previous night that she was supposed to go to a wedding. They will go for a drive with the husband. So I didn't want to disturb her. And I remember I invited a friend over to my place, and I was cooking pilau, and a thought came. I was like, maybe I should call my sister and ask her the recipe for cooking a pilau. And unfortunately, I did not call her. But at around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., I got a call from my dad, and I took the phone, and I was jovial, and I was like, hi dad, how are you? And his voice was so low, and was like, niko poa mam, uko wapi? And I was like, niko kwa nyumba dad, hata napika pilau with my friend. Akaniambia, oh okay. So I want to tell you something, but don't tell your mom. So my dad was on loudspeaker, and so me and my friend were looking at each other like, nikamwambia, so your sister's gotten an accident, and where are you? Nikamwambia, daddy, I've told you I'm at home. Akaniambia, no, I need you to go to Naivasha right now. I told him, okay, and he hung up. So after he hung up, I looked at my friend and I told him, I think my sister is dead. And he looked at me and told me, nah, it cannot be. And I told him, if my sister was alive, she would have called me. She wouldn't have called dad. And he told me, take the phone and call her. I told him, no, I can't. And my heart started racing. But my friend convinced me they're not dead. She's not dead. She can't be dead. How? And so I started packing. I packed for my sister tights, a shirt. I had a very baggy short. I carried for my brother-in-law a shirt and some socks and a baggy shirt. And so we started leaving. And I remember we had just gotten to Tigoni, and my dad called me and he asked me, where are you? And Nikamwambia, dad, I'll be there in 45 minutes. If my friend here is not driving fast enough, I'll be there. And then my dad told me, wherever you are, just park for a second. Toka in like 45 minutes, there is traffic. And I told my friend, hata dad amesema kuna traffic, wacha tu tuongoje. So as we were parked there, calls kept coming in. My sister-in-law called me and she asked me, Quinn, have you heard what has happened to Kina Sam? And I was like, yes, I've heard. They've gotten into an accident. I'm going there. And also she hung up on me. My aunt called. She called me and she was like, hey, Winnie Sasa, what has happened to Amboy? And I'm like, it's just an accident, auntie. I'm on my way there. I'm just going after like 30-45 minutes. And she was like, okay. So I called my brother. I tell him, Kide, Wamboy has been in an accident and they're saying it's bad, but wako hosi, but I'm going. And then my brother was like, oh, okay, ukifika hosi, you just tell me. So as I was there, so many people were calling me and I was like, now this uncle has never called me. This auntie has never called me. What is happening? And so my cousin called me akaniambia, nimesikia your sister amepata accident. How is it? I'm like, I'm headed there. You guys just wait. I'm headed there. So in like about 30 minutes, we are headed to Naivasha with my friend. And I get a call from my brother and he's like, oh, Quinn, hata dada amesema niende penye mama ako. I go stay with mom. And there it hit me. Hey, something is wrong. So I called my dad. I asked him, hey dad, sasa 30 minutes imefika. I'm on my way there. He told me, okay, sawa. Ongojea tunakupigia. I asked him, daddy we kwani hujafika hosi? It has been like 3 hours. Naivasha is not that far. He was like, Quinn, I'm calling you. And I remember I said, let me just wait for 15 minutes because he said after 15 minutes he will call me. And so I waited for 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, I called him and I was like, now dad, tell me what's wrong. Mambo amevunjika mguu ama what is wrong? Ama amekuwa paralyzed, just tell me, And my dad told me, I'm calling you. I've told you I'll call you in 5 minutes. Just be patient. I waited again for 5 minutes. Now my heart was beating very, 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 very fast. And remember, I was in Tigoni. I waited for 5 minutes. And I've been told, don't call your mom. So I'm like, now who should I call? And so after 5 minutes, I called my dad again. But this time, I say hello. And my dad is like, hello, mom. And my dad is crying. He's telling me, your sister is no more. And I remember him saying, the voice of my dad, him saying that my sister is no more, it broke me. And I remember I got out of the car. The first person I called was my cousin, my closest cousin. She's called also Wamboi. And I called her and I told her, Wamboi is dead. Wamboi is dead. And she was like, no. I hung up. My aunt who is a reverend, she called me. And I told her, Auntie, is there a direct line to God? Because now I really need to talk to him. I really need to talk to him. You are a pastor, right? You can talk to God, Auntie. I really need to talk to God. He has made a mistake. I know he doesn't make mistakes, but in this one, he has made a mistake. And I was crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. And I was just there lying on the grass. And I remember now I started talking to God there. Like, I'm telling him, God, I know you have made a mistake. But God, like, I'm talking to you as your daughter. Please, take me instead of them. Take me, God. And I remember I would open my eyes and I would just see my friend. And then I would go again and start crying and wailing. I'm like, God, you have not taken me. You have not taken me, God. I was like, God, I want to trade my life for their lives. They have a child, I don't have a child, God. God, just take me. And every time I would open my eyes, I would touch my friend like this. And then I ask him, can you feel my touch? And then he tells me yes. And then I'm like, oh God, I'm still in this earth. I'm still in this world. And I would cry and I would cry. And so at that moment, I was like, I need to go to Naivasha. I remember shouting at my friend, like, drive this car. Drive this car as fast as you can. Drive this car. And my aunt came and picked me. I met with my aunt and she picked me and we went to Naivasha. And so I was not allowed to see the body of my sister and her husband. But the following day, I did. And I remember being there at the mortuary in Naivasha. And when I was taken to see their bodies, I remember walking in and looking at my sister and looking at my brother-in-law. And then I was like, God, I had this dream 3 years ago. This is exactly what I saw. And I remember 3 years ago, it was at night and I had a very real dream. In this dream, I saw my sister. She had gotten into a very bad accident and one side of her face was not okay. Like, one side of her face was completely like smashed kabisa. And I remember waking up and calling her like 50 times. And all of them, she would just like reject. And she told me, my baby's asleep, right? Stop calling me. And so I told her, I had a very bad dream. And you had an accident. And you died. And I remember she told me, we'll talk in the morning. And when morning came, we prayed about it. I remember for the next 3 days we fasted. I told my mom about the dream. And she told me, sasa unajua hata Mungu hizi nichukua saizi. I have your son here. Aka kabibi lazima nikachunge. Hadi kakue kakubwa kabisa. And years passed, and my dream never came true. But me seeing my sister in that mortuary lying, and one side of her face was completely destroyed, it reminded me of the dream that I had. And after coming out of the mortuary, I requested to go and see the car. So I was taken to where the car was, and I remember seeing the car, and I was like, oh my God, it has turned into a toy. My brother-in-law's car had turned into a toy. It was so crashed. Like, the steering wheel was so small. Like, the car was totally like crashed. And I remember looking at Jirongo's car, and I was like, I'm looking at Jirongo's, I'm looking at my brother's car, looking at Jirongo's, and I was like, oh God, I wish Jirongo's car is what my brother-in-law was driving, because I was looking at Jirongo's car, and I was like, it was not as bad as the way my brother-in-law's car was. And it came to now us bringing them back to Nairobi. And I remember, like, we now brought them to KU, is it called KU referral, something of that sort. And I remember seeing everyone there, like from friends to family members who I've never seen before, some who I've never talked to. Everyone is telling me sorry. My mom has finally come to Nairobi. She's crying. Everyone is surrounding her, and it felt so unreal, because, you know, a sister is a best friend that God has given you, and she's supposed to be with you, like, you know, for the rest of your life. And for me now, the thoughts that were running into my head were like the plans that we had made with my sister. I was like, oh my God, we had so many plans, so many plans together. And unfortunately, none of them will ever come to life, because she's not there anymore. She won't be at my wedding. She won't be there, like, when I buy my first dream car. She won't be there to witness a lot of things. And losing a sister it's something that I wouldn't wish on anyone, because, you know, for me, I thought like my sister will be there for life, even in case, like, God forbid, if I lose my parents. I thought that my sister will be there, like, to take me through that, to take me and my brother through that. And it's unreal. It's unreal losing your best friend, you know, your heart, the love of your life. My sister, like, she will go to war, you know, just for me. She will fight my battles. She will take care of my mess. If I called my sister, like, in the middle of the night, she will show up. And yeah, it's unreal. And it's something that I wouldn't even wish on my worst enemy. And grief is pain that, it's basically pain that never ends. So, Wamboi, what I'll tell you is, your death really broke my heart. changed me as a person, because, I'm not the same anymore. I never knew that grief, my first experience of grief would come through you. Life has been so hard. Life has been so hard without you. And nowadays I don't have anyone to talk to. You remember we used to be each other's diary. And life has not been easy. Your son talks so much about you. So much. He talks so much about you. And of course his dad also. He has grown so much. Right now he's fluent in the way he speaks. He joined a football team, a football academy. He's doing so great. Your death really broke mom and dad. They have not been doing okay. And as for Nelson, I really don't know how he's doing. It's really hard. It's really hard knowing how he's doing. The death of both of you really broke us. Speaking from my side and also Akina Sam's side, Sam, also your death broke your mom. Seeing our parents cry every day, it's not easy. So for a life update, I've added some weight. I'm doing so well in my workplace. I've become so much responsible because of your son. And I never knew I'll be this responsible, because you always begged me to be responsible. Believe me when I tell you I'm so responsible right now. And I can't wait. For us to meet again. I promise to do my best to raise your kid. He will go to the best schools. I know Kinashusho will ensure of that. And if there is something that I know about you and something that will not let your spirit rest is your son. But what I'm promising you is, Wambo, you just rest. We will take care of your son. Your son is in good hands, 100%. 100%. And I'm there. I'm there. Nothing will happen to your son. Nothing will happen to your son. Take my words. But I know you're watching over us. And keep safe. Keep safe. I always pray to God, and I always ask God to just keep you safe for me, and also Sam. So yeah. Right now, I feel so bad that you won't attend my wedding. You won't attend my graduation. You won't see me win. You won't see your brother graduate, which is very soon. You won't see Akina mom accomplish what they really wanted. But it is well, Wamboi. I love you so much, my love. So much, both you and Sammy. You left us so early. You guys were my best friend, and I thank God that, Wambo, you found a good husband, a husband who loves you. And I'm so sorry that you didn't get to enjoy motherhood, wifehood to the fullest. being a daughter, being a sister. But I know we will be fine. The pain won't stop. The pain won't end. But yes, I just know that we will be okay. I love you so much. I love you so much, my love. And you're the greatest thing that has ever happened to me, like in my life. You are my cheerleader, my best friend, my ride or die. And I love you so much, Wambui. So much. Yeah. And I know I forgot to mention something. And me, my brother-in-law, and my sister, we both share the same birthdays. And it is 2 days from now. It is 2 days from now. It is this year we had made last year we made a plan that this year we are supposed to go to Malindi, celebrate our birthdays with 3 of us. And it's unfortunate that we won't get to do it. And the sad part is that from now on I'll be celebrating my birthday alone. And that's a very big shift. Like, I've been having anxiety since April started. And I'm like, now what am I going to do for my birthday? How am I going to celebrate it? It's not going to feel the same anymore. They used to be the first person to call me, like early in the morning. When I arrive at work, I'll find gifts. I'll find, when I just wake up, I find M-Pesa messages. I find they've posted me everywhere telling me happy birthday and everything. Now, my biggest cheerleaders on my birthday 2 days from now, they won't be around. And that is what sucks most about grief, is that you can plan something, but you just don't know tomorrow. You just don't know what will happen next. And grief has taught me that you should really appreciate your loved ones. Like, let's normalize telling people that we love them. Let's normalize appreciating our friends, our family members, our parents, our children, because life is not a sure bet. Because if you asked me a few months ago, I will say that I knew for a fact that me and my sister would grow old together. Like, I knew that my kids will have a safe space to run to. And I knew she'll be there for me throughout. And right now I'm viewing life differently, from a different angle. And I'm learning to appreciate everyone and everything, understanding that everyone is going through something, and we have to be kind to people. And we have to appreciate people. Right now I really value life. Waking up is not it's not something that we should take for granted. Life is a gift. It is a gift from God, and we should really appreciate it, because my sister Wambui was 100% sure she will see her son graduate. We had all those plans. She was so sure she will get other kids, you know. She was so sure she will do a white wedding. She was so sure about that. And for us as a family, mostly my parents, they were looking up to Wambui so much. And even for a parent losing a child, it is not easy. It's not easy at all. Seeing it from my mom and my dad, it's not easy. It has shattered them. Kabisa, kabisa, kabisa. And, you know, listening to my dad talk about all this, the pain of losing a child, it's, it's very sad, because, for both parents, both Sam's parent and my parents, like, they really invested in those kids. They really did. And I know I've had comments like from people saying, Quinn, I wonder why you are grieving your brother-in-law, like, he's the one who caused the accident. He was over speeding. I've gotten so many bad comments, like, and people telling me that. But if I wouldn't blame my brother-in-law, because Sam really loved, like, fast cars. He was into it. He was totally into it. And my sister was a very supportive from wife, sister, friend. She was very supportive. And she really supported Sam in whatever Sam really wanted to do. She supported Sam fully, like 100%. And in as much as because Sam was the safest driver ever, he was so safe. It was just a simple mistake that happened, and yeah, and the accident just happened. But he's my brother. He's the father to my amazing nephew, and I love Sam. He's a brother. He was a brother. He was a mentor. Sam had a very nice soul. And I remember during the candle lighting, when I arrived, I was like, what? Where are all these people from? I never knew Sam was, known like that. Like, people really showed up for them. And people also showed up for us in, like, supporting us. And what I'll say about grief is, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. And I've tried understanding it from all angles. You can just be in a matatu and it just comes and you just start crying. You can just be at work and you just start crying. Yeah. You can hear someone called Wambui and you are like, oh my God, I miss my sister. And for example, where I worked, Sam is the one who made, he's the one, because he was a architecture, he's the one who designed the whole of that place. And every day waking up, going to my workplace, you just see his work every day. And it's really, you miss him every day. You miss how he used to make the jokes, his smile, his laughter, his everything. Because those two are like, them being together, they were like, lovebirds. And yeah, grief does not get better. It doesn't get better. I've asked God about it so many times. And I would really like to know the why. Why December? I was even telling God, God, in the Bible, you added people ears so that they can't die. In the Bible, like, you made people resurrect. I'm waiting to see that. Like, grief can make you delulu. Because for me, trust you me, if on the third day after their burial, I was waking up looking at the door like this, waiting for them to resurrect. I was just looking at my phone thinking maybe I'll be called and told they have resurrected. And yes, grief can make you delulu, but as days goes by, you just have to accept that they won't come back. They just won't come back. Yeah, and you just learn to appreciate to appreciate people, treat everyone with kindness. And I'm just hoping that as years go by, it will get better. Yeah, I hope it does get better. Yeah. Maybe what I'd like to add is to just tell my nephew, I'll tell my nephew that I'll always be by your side. I'm just like a younger version of your mom. I want to see you grow up, be a God-fearing man, be disciplined, of course, grow up to be a gentleman, be the best that you can. I know none of us know how you feel because we haven't experienced losing both parents. But I will request you, Mwangi, that in as long as me and your uncle and baby Shiko and Uncle Karanja are here, the word orphan is off from your dictionary or from your list. You're not an orphan. We are here 100% sure. We will step in the best way possible. And I know I have a very strong feeling you'll also become an architect. I know you'll become an architect. And I can't wait to see that. And I know I'll look back at this video, show it to you when you grow up, of course, when you grow up. And I want to see you graduate. I want to see you make all the best decisions in life because me and your mom, we had really planned about your future, of which I will 100% make sure it happens. So yeah, be the best version of yourself, Jivan, and just know that we love you. And as long as I and your aunties and your uncles are here, you are set for life. I love you so much, my baby. And also your mom really, 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 really loved you.